Hi guys, welcome to my channel Jim's Fun and Knowledge. If you are new on my channel, please subscribe it and press bell icon to watch my all upcoming videos first. So without wasting too much time, let's begin. Hi guys, this video lecture is going to be very good for you guys because it is about properties of materials. That all properties which are resting in each and every materials we'll discuss now in detail with the help of some diagrams and practical examples. That all properties which can be described as behavior of materials under any external load. No matter the load such as tensile load, compressive load and all. These all properties are most important requirements of the materials, especially from the engineering point of view in selecting them for the design purposes. So without wasting time, let's start. We see many times some materials can be break easily or some cannot be. So why it is? That all properties we'll discuss now in detail. So very first one is strength of the material. It means the meaning of strength is load carrying capacity of the material. Whatever the member or material is there, so what is the load carrying capacity of it? That is the property. Here are three examples are there in front of you. First one is of rope, next is of concrete beam, and second is of a material under rotating or twisting force. So first of all, we'll try to understand the meaning of strength. The strength of the material is its ability to resist the action of any external force without breaking, without rupture. Here it is the example of rope. This rope is under tensile load, means pull from both sides. So under tensile load it will try to stretch. So the strength is without failure of rope, without rupture of rope, how much load it can be carry. That is the strength of the member or material. The second example of concrete beam, so without start failure, how much load it can be carry. Third example is rotational force, rotational load without failure, how much load it can be carry. So that is the strength of the material. So can say strength of the material is its ability to withstand an applied force without failure or without plastic deformation. The field of strength of material deals with the forces and deformations that result from their acting on the materials. Clear guys? So next property is elasticity. This is the very important property and a number of questions you may find in competitive exams from this topic, elasticity. So it means ability to regain its original position without rupture. Ability to regain its original position without rupture. So the exact meaning of it is the ability of deformed material body to return to its original shape and size when the forces, external forces causing the deformation are removed. Clear guys? A body with the ability is said to behave elasticity. Here you can take example of any rubber band. When you will stretch and apply a pull from both sides or tensile forces to the rubber band, it stretched. But just after the removal of external force, removal of tensile force, the rubber band definitely will come to its original position. So can say it is nothing but the ability of an object or material to resume its normal shape after being stretched or compressed also. Clear guys? So in very simple words, we can say a material is said to be perfectly elastic if the deformation produced in it by the external forces completely disappears on the removal of any external force. So this property by virtue of which certain materials return back, see this is the example of this. This is a piece of rubber with its original position. Now any external compressive force will be there to this same rubber band and it compressed. It changes its length. So just after the removal of these external forces, automatically again it came to its original position. So the meaning is this property by virtue of which certain materials return back to their original position after the removal of external forces are called elasticity. Clear guys? You may take example of rubber, steel, etc. So the next property is plasticity. Next will be plasticity, which means ability to stay at current position or undergo permanent deformation without rupture. Clear guys? This line is giving a complete definition, complete meaning of the plasticity. So we'll try to explain once again. Plasticity is the ability of a solid material, whatever the solid material, so it is the ability of the solid material to undergo permanent deformation, or a non-reversible change of shape in response of applied forces. Clear, guys? It means after removal of external forces, material will not come to its original position if deformed. You can take example of gold, lead, and most of the metals are under plasticity. Clear, guys? So the very important question for interviews and competitive exams is coming from this topic, and that is, what is the difference between elasticity and plasticity? So we'll try to understand once again. Elasticity is the property of solid material by virtue of which it tends to regain its shape after the removal of external forces or external load. Regain its shape after the removal of external load. And the plasticity is the property of the material by virtue of which it tends to retain its deformed shape even after the removal of external load. Retain its deformed shape. Elasticity is regain its shape, and plasticity retain its shape. Means in elasticity, after the removal of external force, material may come on its original position, and in plasticity, material will not come on its original position. It will be under permanent set. Clear, guys? So next property is ductility. This is also a very important property. Definitely some question will be there in competitive exams, you may find it. So it is ductility. Meaning is capacity of deformation without rupture. So we'll try to understand it. It is ability to undergo sufficient plastic deformation before rupture or breaking. Clear? Before rupture or breaking, which may be expressed as percentage of elongation or percentage area reduction from a tensile test. See, here are two examples in front of you in terms of figures. First one, this is a figure, and this is a material, and it is now under tensile load. After the provided tensile load, it stressed. It is going to be stressed long and too long before without any rupture from the center. So this is ductility. And this is the second example. This material is under load. So under load, it is not going to be rupture. It is just changing its shape. Clear, guys? So can say it is the property of material which enables it to be drawn out or elongated to an appreciable extent before rupture occurs. So ductility of materials, can say it is due to plasticity only. If plasticity will be there in material, then only ductility will be there. Clear, guys? You may take example of gold, steel bars. You may take example, this is a very good example. You may bend steel bars in any shape without any failure. So next very important property is brittleness. The meaning of it is rupture with little distortion. Distortion is nothing but a deformation. So how to explain it? A material is a brittle if, when subjected to stress, it breaks with little elastic deformation and without sufficient plastic deformation. Brittle materials absorb relatively little energy prior to fractures, even those of high strength. You may take example of glass. A glass may fail in small pieces under any external load. You may take example of ice also. Ice pieces, under any external load, ice pieces may rupture suddenly in small pieces. A third example, you may take a concrete. Concrete fails only in small pieces under any load. So in short, can say lack of ductility is brittleness. This is the very important point. So in short, we can say lack of ductility is brittleness. Metal having very little property of deformation, either plastic or elastic, is called brittle. This is the very important or common definition in easy words. Usually, the tensile strength of brittle materials is only a fraction of their compressive strength. So how to increase the brittleness? This is the very important question of interview. How to increase the brittleness? Brittleness increases when the percentage of carbon in steel increases. Means because of carbon percentages, brittleness property may increase of the material. Clear, guys? So next property is about malleability. malleability. It means metals hammered into thin sheets without rupture. Clear guys? With the help of hammers, we may change the shape of metals into thin sheets. You may take example of gold. You may take example of iron rod also. With the help of hammer, the circular iron rod is going to be changed its shape and coming under thin sheets. So can say malleability is a physical property of the metals that defines their ability to be hammered, pressed or rolled into thin sheets without rupture or without any breaking. In other words, it is the property of metal to deform under compression and take a new shape. Here you may take example of gold, silver, copper, aluminium, and there are number of metals which are coming with the property of malleability. So repeating once again, the property of metal by virtue of which it can be beaten or rolled into thin sheets without any rupture or failure is known as malleability. This is also a very important line. If plasticity will be there in a material, then only malleability will be there. Clear? So next property is toughness, which is also known as tenacity, which means ability to withstand impact. In other words, toughness is the ability of a material to absorb energy or plastically deform without fracturing or rupture. Clear guys? Clear guys? It is nothing but the property of the metal by virtue of which it can be twisted, it can be bent or stretched under, this is the important word, under high stresses before rupture. Under high stresses before rupture. See, this is the example of a hammer which is trying to change the shape of this metal. So the larger the impact needed to fracture or break a piece of material determines how tough the material is. Clear guys? And it is also known as tenacity. The very next property and the last property of the material is hardness. Hardness, which is nothing but resistance to bending, scratching, abrasion or cutting. Here you may take example of diamond. Diamond is too hard, no one can scratch the diamond, no one can bend the diamond and cut the diamond. So how to explain hardness? It is the property of the metal by virtue of which it can be resist abrasion, indentation and scratching, bending, etc. or cutting also. Clear guys? So here one more important question is coming in my mind, that is difference between hardness and toughness. How to differentiate toughness and hardness? Repeating once again and trying to understand that hardness is a material's ability to understand or to withstand friction. Essentially, abrasion resistance is known as hardness. Opposite to this one, toughness is how well the material can resist fracturing or rupturing when forces are applied. Means toughness requires strength as well as ductility, which allows a material to deform before rupturing. Clear guys? Opposite to this one, hardness is measure of the ability of a material to resist scratching, penetration, cutting, etc. Second difference, you may say hard materials cannot be easily scratched, but opposite to this one, tough materials can be easily broken. Next you can say example of hardness is diamond, and opposite to this one, on other hand, example of tough materials is mild steel. Clear guys? So these were the important 8 properties, mechanical properties of materials, which are too important to study, especially in engineering point of view, to figure out for the design purpose. So thank you guys, thank you so much to watching this video till end. In next video we'll discuss our next important topic. So thank you.